it's like you realize once you go back, like, dang, like this place wasn't so sweet. You know what I mean?
If you had to compare the pros and cons of LA versus the IE.
Oh shoot, man. So I would say the pros are it's more to do, right? You're next to a bunch of different places, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you can like go and have a good time and things like. I think the food is better. You know what I mean? Not, there's some good places in IE.
Compared to Riverside? I mean, Riverside has all that stuff too.
Right.
Riverside was rated one of the #1 cities in the nation like 3 or 4 years ago. Facts.
I think if you're looking for like more of like a neighborhood type feel, like, if soul food, things like that, different varieties in sort of that lane, LA is hands down. You know what I mean? It's LA hands down. And street vendors for sure. There's, as crazy as this might sound, I think there's more of a sense of community out there. You know what I mean? Like, even though obviously you got to deal with the bad element of it, I still think there's, in a way, more of a sense of community, because you live out here in the IE and most neighbors don't even talk to each other. They don't even communicate.
Yeah, that's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Like we just maybe say hi and bye and we just go on with our life and not know anything about the person we're living next to.
Well,
you know what I mean?
How long did you live next to them? Because I have a different experience. I lived in the same house from 6 to, I won't say how long, but I lived in the same house for a long time. And
but that was,
I knew all my neighbors.
Right. So, right. Facts. But you was a kid, right?
Yeah.
And like you're in your 30s. So that was like a different time. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's not just a neighborhood issue. Maybe it's a generational issue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So back then in like the 90s or whatever like that, it was still a time where people, would talk to their neighbors and stuff.
Okay.
So, what's up, man?
I'm just looking at the cat. She jumped on top of it. Oh. She's jumping on top of stuff for some reason.
Yeah, our dang cat. 3 N-words and a cat, right? But the con, I would say, to be totally honest, I think it's more cons than pros. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have said that like 20 years ago when I moved out here. You know what I mean? Because the cons is obviously, man, them short freaking streets, man. Like, dude, like you can barely squeeze your car.